Hello everyone. Welcome to IAS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1. Consider the following statements about the Global Alliance of National Human Rights Institutions, GANHRI. 1. This is a global network of national human rights institutions, NHRIs, administrative bodies set up to promote, protect and monitor human rights in a given country. 2. The GANHRI is constituted as a non-profit entity under Swiss law and has one member of staff representing it at the United Nations office at Geneva. 3. Only non-body whose internal accreditation system, based on compliance with the 1993 Paris Principles, grants access to UN committees. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is C. Institutions accredited by the Subcommittee for Accreditation, SCA, of the GANHRI with a status, meaning full compliance with the Paris Principles, are usually accorded speaking rights and seating at human rights treaty bodies and other UN organs, mainly to the Human Rights Council. The GANHRI representative often presents statements on behalf of individual NHRIs or regional groups. Question 2. As per the recent estimate on levels and trends in child malnutrition, Joint Child Malnutrition Estimates, JME, by UNICEF WHO World Bank Group, consider the following statements. 1. In 2020, some 18.7% of Indian children were affected by wasting caused by poor nutrient intake and or recurrent illnesses. 2. China is the largest country in Southern Asia, which is where half of all children with wasting in the world live. 3. Only about a third of all countries are on track to halve the number of children affected by stunting by 2030. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is B. India is the largest country in Southern Asia, which is where half of all children with wasting in the world live. In 2022, an estimated 45 million children under 5, 6.8%, were affected by wasting globally, of which 13.6 million, 2.1%, were suffering from severe wasting. More than 3/4 of all children with severe wasting live in Asia and another 22% live in Africa. Question 3. Consider the following statements about greenhouse gas, GHG. 1. Methane is produced naturally through decomposition. 2. Nitrous oxide is produced through the large-scale use of commercial and organic fertilizers, fossil fuel combustion, nitric acid production, and biomass burning. 3. Water vapor is the least abundant greenhouse gas. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 3 only. The answer is A. Methane is produced naturally through decomposition. But again, human activity has displaced the natural balance. Large amounts of methane are released by cattle farming, landfill waste dumps, rice farming, and the traditional production of oil and gas. Water vapor is the most abundant greenhouse gas. It increases as the Earth's atmosphere warms, but unlike CO2, which can remain in the Earth's atmosphere for centuries, water vapor persists for a few days. Question 4. With reference to World Meteorological Organization, consider the following statements. 1. It is a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for promoting international cooperation on atmospheric science, climatology, hydrology, and geophysics. 2. The WMO originated from the International Meteorological Organization, a non-governmental organization founded in 1873 as a forum for exchanging weather data and research. 3. Headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, the WMO is governed by the World Meteorological Congress, composed of member states, which meets every year to set policies and priorities. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 only. C. 1, 2, and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is A. The WMO is made up of 193 countries and territories and facilitates the free and unrestricted exchange of data, information, and research between the respective meteorological and hydrological institutions of its members. Headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, the WMO is governed by the World Meteorological Congress, composed of member states, which meets every 4 years to set policies and priorities. Question 5. What are flops, or floating point operations per second in computing? 1. This is a commonly used metric to measure the computational performance, processing power and efficiency, especially in the field of high-performance computing, HPC, and artificial intelligence, AI. 2. Floating point operations are a certain kind of mathematical calculation using real numbers with fractional parts. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The answer is C. Question 6. Consider the following statements. 1. Currently, the world's fastest computer in terms of PFLOPs is the Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Frontier, or OLCF-5, with the capability to touch a peak performance of 1685.65. 2008 was the first year when a supercomputer was able to break what was then called the petaflops barrier, when the IBM Roadrunner shocked the world with an astounding peak performance of 1.105 petaflops. 3 flops are the only factor determining the performance of a computing system. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 only. The answer is A. No. Flops are not the only factor determining the performance of a computing system. Memory bandwidth, latency, and other architectural features also play significant roles. Nonetheless, flops provide a valuable baseline for comparing the computational capabilities of different systems, especially in tasks where floating point calculations dominate. Question 7. With reference to X-ray polarimeter satellite, XPOSAT, consider the following statements. 1. ISRO is collaborating with the Raman Research Institute, RRI, to build X-ray polarimeter satellite, XPOSAT. 2. XPOSAT will be India's first and the world's only polarimetry mission using X-ray. 3. XPOSAT aims to study the dynamics of the bright astronomical X-ray sources under extreme conditions. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2, and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is B. XPOSAT will be India's first and only the world's second polarimetry mission using X-ray. It has 2 payloads, an X-ray polarimeter named POLIX and X-ray spectroscopy and timing identified as XSPECT. Question 8. Consider the following statements about the first Bulgarian author wins International Booker Prize. 1. First Bulgarian author wins International Booker Prize this year. The International Booker Prize is awarded every year for a book that is translated into English and published in the European nation. 3. This is different from the Man Booker Prize, which is for English novels and has been won by Indians in the past, including Arundhati Roy and Arvind Adiga. Which of the following given above is are correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is B. Time Shelter, written by Georgy Gospodinov and translated into English by Angela Roddell, has won the International Booker Prize 2023. The International Booker Prize is awarded every year for a book that is translated into English and published in the UK or Ireland. Thank you, everyone. Do subscribe to this channel. Use code SPLIVE to join Unacademy.